Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's Daily Recap is for Tuesday, December the 26th, 2023. Tuesday, December the 26th. Well, let's see what was happening. Esme remembers all of her memories are just now coming back to her. She's, probably can recall when she took her first steps as a toddler, but no, she's her memories have come back, and she tried to call Spencer, and she was going to tell Spencer that her memories are back, but she heard Trina talking to her because Trina went in the kitchen. She was going to make them some hot chocolate, and then she came back and says, "Do you want blah 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 blah?" So she could hear, and Trina and Spencer was like, "What? Oh no, so and so." And so he goes, "Okay, Esme, go ahead." So she says, "Well, what I was saying is, tonight," and she's rambling. And Spencer was like, "Look, I know you're a little uneasy leaving Ace here for the night, but he'll be okay. He is, um, he's fine." And she goes, "Esme, you can relax." And so Trina came back and said something else to him, like, "Is everything okay?" And so she goes, "Okay, Spencer, great, fine. I'm just going to let you, go ahead and go." So then she hangs up the phone and she was like, "What was I thinking?" And I was going to tell him. All he wants is her. Well, that's all she's ever wanted. He's ever wanted, as man, you know it. That's why it was your mission to break them apart. Now, the funny thing is, this is where I think Esme's going to slip up. And all of the memories, because she never called Spencer Spencer. She always called him Spence. Esme is going to slip up, and Esme's going to call him Spence. And he's going to look at her. I'm going to tell you, he's going to catch it. And he's going to say, "Why are you calling me Spence?" And then she'll be, "Oh, I, I don't know. No, I said Spencer." No, she's going to try to cover because he's going to know. And even just the way she was, Spence, Spence. I'm thinking, oh, goodness, I hated it when she used to call him Spence and Treen, right? So anyway, she was kind of horrified at herself. She goes, "People aren't going to believe that, I have changed." So she ends up going to Ryan's grave. Now, mind you, Ava's in the house. She brought her gun, and thankfully not the gun that was used to shoot Austin. See, that's what I'm saying. Ava has a gun. Ava walks around with a gun. Why do they not have Ava have a gun when they don't want her to have one? Because she usually always has one in her purse, just right for Avery to go in and find. you know, realistically. So she's there. Dante comes because the alarm went off on Spoon Island. They notified Ava. That's why she came. Um, they notified the police, and Dante was on his way. He came in. He's like, "Ava, what are you doing here with a gun ready to shoot anybody?" And she goes, "I have a right to protect my house, my property, right?" Now Esme is up in the still upstairs on the terror pit, or in the library room now, off the terror pit. And Sonny was at GH, and he was talking to Laura and congratulating Laura. And Laura thanked him for all his donation. And it was him, Laura, Carly talking. And then Nina shows up. And then Sonny gets the call that there was a break in at Spoon Island. And so he has to leave. And Laura's like, "I'm going to come with you." And he goes, "Laura, no, it may not be safe." She goes, "Look, that was my son's house. Oh no, and just in case Nicholas is back, I know every inch of that house. I'm going." He goes, "Okay, come on." So Sonny and Laura go to Spoon Island. And Dante, um, after they come, Ava lets them in, and Dante's like, "Laura, Sonny, what are you doing here?" And so Sonny says, "I heard there's a break-in," because Ava called Sonny and told him about the break-in. And Laura says, "And I'm here because I know every inch of this house. And I wanted to see if Nicholas was here. And Dante says, but look, this is an active investigation, Laura. You can't just go wandering around. She says, okay, but I can definitely guide you. You don't know your way around the house. I do. And he goes, okay, but stay behind me. So she goes, I can do that. So they go up inspecting the house. They end up going into the parapet room, the little library room off the parapet. And um, the door was unlocked, of course, because Esme was in there. Now, the room that Esme was held captive in, that was locked. Remember, she couldn't go in. So they go in, and he says, the door to the outside is open. So they both go out there, and nobody's there. So when they go out, Esme runs by. She's booking it out of there, right? Now, she drops one of her gloves. It was a red glove. She dropped it right there on the floor. She's running out. Now, my thing is going to be this. How do you get on and off Spoon Island? By the launch. By the launch. Unless you have your own boat. Esme did not swim to Spoon Island. She took the launch. You mean to tell me after all this time, there are no records of who takes that launch to a private island? That's their private launch. Unbelievable. Sometimes they leave details just completely out, right? So, like, how did Esme now get off? The launch would have to have taken her off and then come back. My goodness. So anyway, Dante and Laura come off of the parapet area into the library room, and she goes, you know what, Dante, I'm gonna go down and I'm going to speak with Ava because Ava seemed very upset. He goes, okay, good idea, Laura. So he's walking behind Laura out and he sees the glove and he goes, Laura, hold on. And he knew that glove wasn't there when they went out. And he picks it up with his pen and he holds it up. And she looks at it. And he looks at it, right? Then he looks around and she goes, do you think it's Nicholas's? A nice pinkish red mitten, knit lady's glove. And Dante says, I highly doubt that, Laura. This glove would be too small for Nicholas. And I'm thinking, and it ain't in his color. Nicholas only wears black gloves, Laura. So she goes, no, you know what? You're right. I'm not thinking straight. That couldn't be Nicholas's. No, Laura, no. See, sometimes that's why mommy shouldn't be on a investigation scene, right? But meanwhile, Sonny's downstairs talking to Ava, telling her, now see, she came out there with no guards, no nothing. And she goes, I know how to handle myself. He goes, Ava, you don't know what you were walking into. You could have been overpowered. He says, no, this can't do. I'm I'm not going to handle this. So here's what's going to happen. And he goes, and Avery is going to be very happy. And I thought he was going to say, I'm taking Avery, you on your own. He says, you are moving in with me. And she turned and she looked at him like, wait, what? Now that's going to be comical and interesting to see Nina and Ava living under the same roof. Now, mind you, thank goodness they are so-called friends, right? So-called friends. But that's going to be so interesting. See, that's how, with the two of them constantly talking private stuff, that's how it's going to get out and overheard. But no, I think Cyrus is actually pushing the envelope with Nina's secret. Cyrus really is. So anyway, let's get back to Nina and Cyrus. Before Nina got to the hospital, she was in there confessing to Cyrus. And Cyrus was like, because she goes, oh, I did something out of spite and vengeance, Father. And he goes, well, to who? And she kind of paused. She goes, does it matter who? And he goes, it does to God, my child. And she should have sat back and said, well, how does that work? Because God saw me while I was doing wrong. Doesn't he see all? So anyway, she says she didn't say the name, but she said, she turned him in and he went to prison and she didn't mean it to happen. He got beat. He almost died. But see, Cyrus had already overheard Michael and her talking at Royce Plaza saying that she was the one that snitched to the SEC. So this wasn't anything he didn't know. But what he did know and what he gathered from it and learned is Nina feels trapped and cornered, because now if she could go back, she regrets all her actions. And Cyrus told her, you have to confess. She goes, that's what I'm doing right now, Father. He says, no, you have to go to those you've wronged and confess and ask for forgiveness. And she was like, oh, okay, oh, okay. So she leaves there. And then the actual priest comes out, and Cyrus is in the little seating area. What is the pulpit? Not the pulpit, the pews. And the priest comes out and says, did you see a woman? I was supposed to hear a last minute confessional, but I got, held up. And he goes, I did see a woman, Father, but she left a while ago. He goes, oh, well, I hope she's okay. So then Cyrus is, how do you do it? How do you hear all the sins of others? And, doesn't that burden you? And he goes, no, that's a part of the joy, whatever they said, yada, yada, yada. So Cyrus goes to the little water thing, the holy water dish or vase, vessel, and he says, yeah, Nina, you better unburden yourself, confess tonight, or he said, or soon, or I'm gonna do it for you. And he smiles as he walks out. Not that, let Cyrus go ahead and do it for you. Go ahead, Cyrus. Go ahead, Cyrus, go ahead. Right? So now we have, that's when Nina's confessing to him, and oh, she's just so, oh no, oh no, confessing. Oh, I'm just hurt so bad. So she gets there to the hospital, and Carly's like, Nina, Laura and Sonny are headed to Spoon Island. Nina tells Sonny, I will take Donna home for you. And he goes, okay, thank you. And Sonny, no, I'll take Avery home for you. And then Sonny and Laura say, okay. Sonny says, okay, thank you. He's leaving. So Carly looks at Nina and she goes, oh, it's my cue. I got to go get Donna, go home. It's been a long day. Carly, wait, I need to speak to you. And she goes, about what, Nina? This has been a very long day. I just want to get my child and I want to go. No, but I need to speak to you. I mean, it's about you. I stayed at the church and I was reflecting and, I was reminisce, my thoughts were of Nell. And she looks at Carly. And see, already she's starting off wrong. And how different things could have been had I, given her the love. And Carly's just looking at her. You know what, Nina? I have to go. She goes, no, but it just made me reflect, Carly. I've done what I've done all out of vengeance. I've acted vengefully to you. And I want to say I'm sorry and I would like your forgiveness. And, because I did do a lot of things out of revenge. Carly says, you said this to me before, Nina. I have to go. So she turned and she's, but no, Carly, see? Nina still can't let it go. She hadn't pushed Carly to any limit yet. You just can't, even on a holiday, Carly. You just can't be civil. I'm trying to, apologize. I'm trying, and all you want to do, she goes, I want to make it so that when we don't see each other, we don't always snipe at each other. And Carly is looking at her because, see, here's the thing, and this is the truth. Carly does not snipe when she sees Nina. She tries her best to be civil and either pivot and leave, but she doesn't really exchange words with Nina. She keeps it cordial. And she told Nina, she says, let me tell you something, Nina. Yeah, you have everything. Because Nina said, because yeah, I mean, you have everything you wanted, Nina. You have my husband, you have Willow, you have Wiley and Amelia, you have my hotel. So count your blessings and just leave it alone. You know what? I am blessed. Yes, I am blessed. See, no. And so Cardi said, I have to go. And so Nina says, look, I'm just saying, can you please, can't you just forgive me? And Cardi said, you know what? You have decided I need to forgive you. She says, forgiveness doesn't work that way, Nina, because you decided I need to forgive you. I have to want to forgive you. It has to come from me to you, not you demanding it. So, no, Nina, I don't forgive you. And as far as I'm concerned, I'll never forgive you. Now, I have to get my child and I have to go. See, Nina designed the conversation, and I know I'm going to step on Nina fans' toes right now. You all are going to say, she was trying to tell Carly what she had done. No, she wasn't, everybody. The way she was going about it, she knew she would push Carly's buttons. You tried to ask for forgiveness. You wanted to tell what you confess what you had done. You would have started out with, I am the one who turned you into the SEC. You wouldn't have started with, I stayed back reminiscing about my daughter, Nell, and how much I lost and how things could have been. No, no. You wanted to drag that stinking conversation, that so-called, I want your forgiveness, out to New Year's Day as you throw in everything in the kitchen sink but the actual confession. And Carly wasn't going to sit there and listen to all of your backtrack. And no, I just wanted to. What, Nina? She's like, what? See, uh, no, get out of here with that, please. And Carly wasn't having it either, right? So now let's see. Uh, yeah, I think I've covered it. A whole lot didn't happen today, but that's actually all that really happened today. And go to comment corner, but listen, everybody, on comment corner, I have to set my trusty dusty timer because there's over 50 comments in comment corner, and I'm only going to go 10 minutes worth. So Crystal says, no, Trina did not say Ace was in the way. Trina said that Spencer needed to remember that Ace was his brother, not his father. Uh, she wanted Spencer to have a relationship with Ace. I don't know why people think Trina owes Esme anything. Cocky? When was Trina cocky? No, the way she kind of stepped up there. Yeah, watch that scene again at the end. Because that's why she walked in smiling. She felt so good about the way she handled that. Which, look, I'm Team Trina. Don't get me wrong, Crystal. I'm definitely Team Trina. Trina has suffered a lot by the hands of Esme, and Trina has been more gracious than I ever would have been where Esme is concerned. Okay. Now, because she told the girl who tried to kill her, that she did not want to be friends, people need to remember there are 4 victims and Esme is not one of them. You are right, Crystal. 100%. Um, LaShanta says, they lit candle for Morgan, Jason, and Mike. Yes, you're right. Clemmy says, Nina did tell Ned Michael was blackmailing her. So how was she supposed to help him get info? He told her she kept Sunny a secret, and when her back is against the wall, she is resilient. And Clemmy also says he lit a candle for Jason. Yep. NK Rose says, I would be interested if Ava's sister is the one who got someone to shoot Austin. Sabrina says, hi, Daily Recap Lady. I hope you're having a Merry Christmas. Um, I have been saying for a while now, I think Esme has a personality disorder. Well, look, with spawn of Heather Weber and Ryan Chamberlain, she just might. Oh, one thing I didn't say, Esme did go to Ryan's graveside and she was talking to him and she says, it's ironic that you're the only one that I could tell I got my memories back. You're the only one who could understand me, you know, and it's so easy for me to slip back into my bad, dangerous ways. She's saying, but she didn't really want to. She's like, but it would be so easy for her to. And guess what? She is going to take a few walks on that wild side, I can tell. And then Sabrina says the writers have a chance to make her evil again and let her do her worst, but in the end, it would get her caught. She would get caught and go to jail for her crimes, which means that all her victims would get justice, or they can leave her as the um, amnesiac, still should still wait would still have old Esme's tendency, but she leaves town and leaves Ace with Spencer and Laura. If that scenario happens, that will be when Nicholas returns for his baby boy. We might see a personality direction in the writers uh, wait, are going to go in when Esme visits Heather next week. Oh, I didn't know Esme was visiting Heather next week. Okay. That must have been in a scene or something. You know what? Give her a little bit of both. Character, both, don't tell folks you got a memory back and be both. LaShanta says, I hope they don't kidnap Drew again. Been there, done that. They give up too soon on GH. Steffi Forrester had treatments after saying she couldn't have kids. Vicky was told she couldn't have kids, and here comes Katie. Sonny was paralyzed, um, and with physical therapy, he walked. They go to a trial instead of work. Violet being in grown folks' business too much. Esme's memory finally come back. Why is Cyrus being a creepy eavesdropping on everyone? Because he wants some blackmail information. What's the end game? Blackmail information. That's why Nina should have told Sonny the truth. Cyrus is low down. If Sonny had Cyrus followed, he would know that he was where he was at with his wife. Why does Josh constantly try with Adam? He raises her voice at her. She still just lets him be, or she should just let him be. You should tell. You can tell Dex, I don't like it, but Josh, you could tell Dex doesn't like it, but Jocelyn, she has such a soft heart. Yeah, when she's not hating Sonny. Spencer is never satisfied. Be glad you have time with Ace. I am says happy holidays to all. Thank you so much. I am happy holidays to you. I am also says Sonny should have lit a candle for Courtney. I know he stopped talking about Courtney a long time ago. Nina hired Nell to run game on Valentine while a nanny. When and then to help Carly to watch her when Michael sought custody. I don't get that part. Nina, Nell, and Marilyn were all victimized and crazy. Who was Marilyn? Victimized and crazy. Joanne says GH definitely not on Christmas Day. No, it wasn't. And then Joanne says the second candle was for Jason. The first one was for Morgan, then Jason, and then Mike. Lisa says they may blend Esme's personality, mix them like they did Sonny and Ned. I know. And then Linda says, I hope so because I like this Esme better. Maybe a mixed, uh, maybe a mix would redeem her. Yeah. And then Lisa says, me too, to Linda. Me too. Um, I do like Esme better, but a little bad could make things interesting. And then P. Merle says, not even close. Yeah, I think so. Lisa says, no, Jason was not the homeless man. Absolutely not. Steve Burton is happy on Days of Our Lives. Lisa says, maybe Drew thinks if he put Scott in, wait, if he puts Scout in a good school, he won't feel so bad being gone all the time because she is gone in school and won't miss him. She needs to be with Sam at least. Well, no, that's not a boarding school. That's just a private all girls school. It's not a boarding school. I think Sam would definitely put her foot down to a boarding school. And then Lisa says, I hope you have a blessed Christmas with your family. Daily Recap Lady. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I hope you all are, everyone, every Daily Recap fan, I hope you all are having happy and safe holidays. Nina did tell Michael, and he asked her, what have you done? Wait, what have you to do with me? Oh, that's right. And then she told him because she would tell Carly that he's known all this time and didn't tell her. And then Lisa says, Esme remembering and wants to make what she did. And wait, Esme is remembering and wants to know what she did and what happened to her. Now she knows why they didn't want to forgive her. She remembers crazy. She was bat crazy. Time to go see her bat crazy mother. And then Wendy says, I never believed she lost her memory. She was so horrible, just like her mother did. They all better keep their hands on the on a swivel. Remember, she drugged Trina and the bartender. She still wants Spencer, and Trina is still in the way. And then Lisa says, heaven forbid that Marshall and Stella have fun and almost kiss. They didn't both, uh, they didn't, but both of them wanted to, yes. I do think Esme wants Spencer. I don't think Esme wants Spencer at her place or to know where she lives, maybe. No, Spencer was supposed to go over there New Year's Eve, and Esme was going to be there. It's just she wanted to be able to go and break into Spoon Island. So she brought Ace over there. With I need some me time because I need some burglarizing to do, right? Lisa says all the medication Adam is taking is making him mean. Nina didn't wait for a priest to come. She just got in for her confession. And you know what, everybody? That is 10 minutes, and there's, oh my God, so many comments. So take some time to go through and read all the phenomenal comments from all you daily recap fans of the Young Restless. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.